Hey everybody, it's Chris from Octopot. Today is 6/15/22 and we're changing up the format a little bit. Got a little stale with the stand and the Octopot sign. So we're gonna move it around a little bit. Also thought here's a great opportunity for me to show you my new haircut and this wing that it looks like is growing here. I mean, I think the barber scammed me. He knew that I'm gonna have to go in there once a month to get this cut off, or I'm gonna really end up looking like Carrot Top. Don't need that, wow. My goal from last week was to get some time machine seeds started, and I was able to get that done. I've started 2 different containers, so we're gonna do a side-by-side. We're gonna watch the standard pot versus the rocket pot and see if there's any real difference. The standard is a little taller and skinnier. It's 15 inches tall, 10.5 inches wide, and the rocket pot, shorter, fatter. And it is 13 inches tall and 12 inches wide. One of the differences is that the wider pot covers up the opening between the wick and the lid. I know a lot of people are concerned about that, or maybe not a lot, but I do get some questions once in a while. I don't believe that it has any detrimental effect. It may even help by letting more air pass through, because having air pass over the water surface is advantageous. I mean, that's where the air exchange happens. So how much air moves through when everything's kind of covered up with the caps and all of that, versus how much air moves through when the caps are off, there's that gap. You know, that would be an interesting study. So I had done what we'll call a germination study with solo cups and some of my old seeds from 2019, and 3 out of 4 of them germinated. So instead of just putting a single seed in each pot, I put 2 seeds in each, and I'll let them grow for a little while. If 2 of them come up in each pot, then I'll let them grow, and then I'll thin out the least desirable one. So you can see here I planted them about 1/2 inch deep near the center, but since there's 2 in each, I didn't want to put them too close to each other. I like to bend them anyway, so that'll work out. When the seeds pop, I'm going to put a T5 light over the top of them and not worry about, not getting enough light from this natural sunlight through the windows. So if you're concerned about the amount of light that the plants will get, don't worry, it's coming. I'll put in sticky traps, a fan, and some bait plants. I don't know if it'll be nasturtiums or tuberous begonias. Tuberous begonias, I think, are the most attractive to mites and aphids. So if I put those out there, they'll attract the bugs before they get to the cannabis plants. I'm gonna grow those bait plants in a 1/2 gallon Octopot, so you'll be able to see those in action too. I've got the Octo-domes on them just to keep them uniformly moist. And I also wanna talk a little bit about the use of the Octo-domes, not only with seedlings, but with clones, where they're the most valuable, I think. This is our board of roots. There's 2 sets of plants, one set on the left and one set on the right. I'm pretty sure these were actually time machines too. They were cuttings that were placed either directly in the Octopot or into a solo cup. And you can see the difference between the root structures. So on the left 2, the one on the left was the direct stick into the Octopot, and look at the size of the roots. It forms tap type roots, like that. That's a seedling root, as opposed to all the fibrous roots. And the same thing over here with the smaller plant. So if you're using clones, you want to simplify the process, grow a stronger plant. They're faster, they're bushier, they're just all around better. I mean, look at the difference in the tops right there. The Octo-dome with the direct stick in the Octopot, it's a great way to grow. So since these are seedlings, I'm going to have to grow them for about 5 to 6 weeks before the pre-flowers show up. That's when they'll be ready to go into flowering. When it's time for flowering, I'm not going to grow them in here. I'll move them to a different location, change the lights, put in ventilation and all that stuff. But for now, I'm going to grow as inexpensively as possible. So, to que ale, everybody. Grow in peace.